You are Agent 47, the world's finest professional hitman. Hired by the...
No, I'm not complexified.
Hello, everyone. We are here with Hakan. You just came over from Summer Games Fest. Tell me about that experience.
Oh, it was very nice. I was all the way from the waiting room with Mads Mikkelsen. He's such a sweetheart, down to earth, really cool guy. So we were just joking and hanging out. And but then when we came in, I was a bit nervous because there are a lot of people and whatnot. So, but it was a fantastic experience. People really received it well. A lot of cheering and whatnot. So, and then when both with MindsEye and but also with when Bond came on, and of course when we invited Mads Mikkelsen. So the roof just came off. So that was good.
It was really fun to see hear the crowd reaction whenever Mads came on stage as well. So that was really exciting. Was there anything else that was announced at Summer Games Fest that you were excited about?
I mean, besides the games that we showed, it was really great to just hang around and watch the Summer Game Fest. The whole event itself is extremely exciting.
Yeah.
It's a major thing for our industry. So it's really, really great to see all these great games get announced. Me as a gamer, it's not only about what I have and what we're showing, but it's just to see how the industry is thriving with all this creativity.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
It really is a celebration of gaming this week. I feel like ever since I was a kid, this time is such a special time for everyone who's in the industry and for fans. So it's really cool to actually hear that from someone who is so renowned. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm excited for the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
International contract agency to take on the most dangerous, high-profile targets of the world of assassination. In these 21 playgrounds of possibilities, there is no target out of your reach. Every decision is yours to make and impact the outcome of your mission. Agent 47 can infiltrate anywhere by finding unconventional paths, usurping an identity, or old-fashioned brute force. And sometimes, all you need is an invitation. You can blend in anywhere and plan your next move as you figure out the You can blend in anywhere and plan your next move as you figure out the
Hello, sziasztok, üdvözlök mindenkit, hello, és üdv, és hello. Én Weber vagyok, és ez itt az IO Interactive showcase-je, ami éppen YouTube-on lehalt, úgyhogy lehet, hogy átmegyünk, megnézzük a Twitch-én, de ez a csatorna ez lehaltizott kicsit. Szóval nem tudom, most hol tudnám. Egy pillanat. Hol, melyikre kéne menni? Értem, ez így. Kaptam egy-két e-mailt, ahol benne vannak ezek a linkek. Itt működik? Nope. Most működik. Itt elkezdett, itt is működni? Nem. Nem, YouTube-on lehalt, de a Twitch-en ott működik jól, akkor Twitch-en nézzük tovább. Átüstünk. Oké. Ja, azt. Így. Jó. Volt. Jó, rakjuk vissza. Így igen.
This man doesn't even need an introduction. He is legendary, iconic in itself, and the fact that you are here in Los Angeles with us is incredible.
Még egy 11 perc is kezdődik. Ugye az a lényeg, hogy az IO Interactive-hoz jelentkeztem, mint kreátor, és el is fogadták ezt a kérelmemet. Ugye az IO Interactive-ról annyit kell tudni, hogy a Hitman játékokat ők fejlesztik, nekik van egy saját motorjuk, a ACER, és ugye most hamarosan majd 2026-ban érkezik a First Light 007-es játék, ugye az nagyon kíváncsi voltam rá, és az miatt jelentkeztem igazából ebbe a programba, és akkor így esett az, hogy közben így rájöttem, hogy a MindsEye-t is ugye ők adják ki, így igazából eléggé jó helyre kerültem, és meghívtak, hogy így hajnal 3-kor nézzem velük együtt, és streameljem újra az ő kis első showcase-jüket, az IOI showcase-et, ahol most elméletileg be fogják mutatni majd a Hitmanhez érkező újabb tartalmakat, és elméletileg kapunk valamit elméletileg a James Bond játékból, ugye a First Light-ból, és a MindsEye-ból is lehet, hogy látunk egy-két újabb felvételt, és itt alul megpörög, hogy ugye az IOI akkontunkhoz lehet First Light-os cuccokat kapni. Pillanat. Az a baj, hogy most meg tudom csinálni azt, hogy ez maradjon. Ó, lehet, hogy meg. Ja. Nem tudom, jó, mindegy, most egy darabig nem fogjátok látni a streamet. Jó. ID kell.
And they did, bless them. And they actually, the leadership of IO Interactive put their own jobs on the line in doing so, because at that point they were owned by, I think it was Square Enix. Yeah. So they went behind them, in a way, behind the backs of Square Enix and sneaked me in and recorded it, and then flew up to Montreal. Guys, be honest, what do you think? And they went, okay, yeah, we'll go with the ball guy.
Azt hittem, de is van hallva ez. Nem, most jó lett. Ugye ez még csak ilyen elsődleges, ilyen kis izét cucc. Per 007 First Light. Hogy van? First Light Game. Majd 8 perc mire kezdődik. Inkább van jöjtéke. First Light. Jó. Én is megcsinálom ezt a First Light. Nickname. Oké. Jó, elméletileg megvan, megcsináltam, én is. Ide rámentek erre a honlapra, és akkor... Tehát ott mindent, és megkapják elvileg a visszaigazolót. Most elméletileg ugye a showcase-t előtt jött egy update a Hitmanhez.
Oh, we need clips of this. He's fucking torched, but he's okay.
És egy új küldetés, vagy kaszinós küldetést adtak hozzá, ahol egy James Bondos küldetés talán, és Mad Mikkelsent kell kiiktatni. De még az, hogy elméletileg ez egy ilyen James Bondhoz köthető küldetés. Royal Casino? Royal Casino talán. Meg hány perc a showcase-tig. És az a lényeg, hogy na, meghívtak, hogy ugye restreameljem ezt a streamet, és ugye közben kommentáljam, hogy mi a helyzet. Most ez fog történni így hajnal 3-kor, és hát meg kiderül, hogy meddig tart. Ugye itt ez szombat hajnal 3-kor veszük föl. Most éppen kreátorokat mutogatnak, akik hitmaneznek. És vagy jellegzetes, vagy vicces jelenetek fognak látszódni így a következő jó pár percben. Na, még 9 perc. Eddig 8 volt, nem? Na mindegy, most már 9.
In his research, Dr. Morrison identified a paradox.
Egy kis előzetes MindsEye-ból.
Machine learning would evolve past our capabilities of control. He called the first sign of this alpha. Welcome to Red Rock. Man, is it always this?
A MindsEye az jövő héten fog érkezni, június 10-én, és fogunk vele játszani mindenféleképpen. Lehet, hogy már 10-e előtt, de ez majd a fejlesztő és a kiadótól függ.
Give me access to the back-end system of my city bot, and then we'll talk.
Today's a very special day. Well, it's not every day we get to test the existential potential of man with machine.
This city loves me, Marco. I can spin this like I always do.
I will not let them stop me.
Jön 10. Jó, de bónuszok. Már csak 2 percet kell kibírni. Na. Szintén ismételten Hitman.
The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox. A day of high-octane thrills and 2 very public targets.
Hello, everyone. I am here with Adam Whiting, the Assistant Game Director of MindsEye. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. I'm having a great time. It's such a pleasure to be here. So thank you.
No, absolutely. It's a night of celebration. So what were your thoughts and reactions to the showcase today?
Yeah, I mean, wow, everything looks so good. I'm so excited to play the Shifra mission. I'm so excited for Bond as well. Yeah, pretty much excited for everything that I saw so far. I'm really excited that players got to see our final trailer for MindsEye.
It must feel good to finally have your trailer out and to start seeing fans talk about it.
Yeah, it's really exciting, like genuinely. But what's even more exciting than that is the fact the game comes out on Tuesday and players can actually play it for the first time. I mean, that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, that's actually huge news, and and really fun that you can come out of this and go straight into playing the game. Where most of the announcements, you're like, oh, I have to wait a year for that. So that's really cool.
Yeah, very exciting. So yeah.
What are you looking forward to tonight for the IOI showcase?
Well, I'm actually looking forward to everything on the menu, really. I mean, I'm a bit of an IOI fan, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Hitman mission.
Yeah.
And really excited to play it when I get home, so all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I am excited too, and it looks like the show's about to start because everyone's going in, so we should probably get going.
Is that all good?
Yeah, I think it was perfect.
A lényeg az, hogy ugye itt a fejlemény az mindig riportot készít egyes fejlesztővel, direktorral, meg aki éppen el tud kapni, és most éppen a MindsEye-ról volt, hogy ugye hamarosan megjelenik jövő hét kedden, és nagyon izgatott ezzel kapcsolatban, és nagyon tetszik neki az új Hitman küldetés, meg a többi egyéb, amit be fognak még itt jelenteni, és nagyon izgatott, hogy hogyan fognak reagálni a rajongók a játékra, meg hasonló. Kicsit eltűnök, és mindjárt jövök vissza. Na, itt is vagyok. Egészen ránézek itt és erre a kis akuntos megoldásra, hogy megkaptam a visszaigazolást ehhez a kis cuccoshoz. De még nem. Jó, majd akkor máskor, majd megnézem. De az a lényeg, hogy ti is, hogyha nektek is ugye tetszik az új James Bond játék, és jövőre szeretnétek ingyenes tartalmakat kapni hozzá, akkor itt alul kijelzi, hogy hol kell csinálni ilyen IO interaktívos akuntot, és akkor ugye ott regisztráltok, vagy hogyha már van, akkor ugye azzal regisztráltok majd erre a First Light-os felületen és kaptok majd ingyenes tárgyakat a játékhoz. Ez már kíváncsi vagyok én is, hogy mit szeretnének bemutatni. Ugye ez a IO Interactive-nak az első saját showcase-je, úgyhogy kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mennyire sikerül jól. Ugye én már megnéztem a Summer Game Fest-et így 11-től 1-ig, és akkor most egy kis alfázgatás után painkillereztem amúgy így a 1 és 3 között egy kicsit, és onnan tértem ide az IO-hoz, meg ugye azért meg dolgoztam 10 óráig, úgyhogy nekem ez már eléggé túlrólázás. De kíváncsi vagyok, hogy tényleg, hogy hát ha mutatnak valamit itt az új James Bond játékból, mert az érdekel nagyon. Az nekem, amit így a bejelentő gameplaybe, vagy bejelentő videóban van gameplay vágások, azok nagyon ilyen Quantum Break, Max Payne-re hasonlítanak, ami lehet, hogy nagyon izgalmas és jó izgalmas játékmenetet fog majd biztosítani számunkra. Kíváncsi leszek, hogy max. 1 órás lesz remélhetőleg, és nem húzzák tovább az időt. De kíváncsi vagyok, hogy tényleg semmilyen extrákat fognak itt bemutatni a Hitmanhez. Hogy éppen milyen gameplay felvételek lesznek a James Bondról, vagy a MindsEye-ról. És kezdődött. Hangozt rá. Meg is showcase. 25 éves a Hitman.
Hello, everyone. Gamers of the world, welcome to a celebration of play, creativity, and passion. Welcome to the very first IOI Showcase. We are live from the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, and I am Brittany Johnson. I'm going to be your host for the
Hollywoodban Roosevelt Hotelban vannak.
We're going to have a really fun night talking about games, first looks, deep dives, and yes, sprinkle in a couple surprises. But, you know, we'll finally get the creators of the magic and have a panel at the end of the show too. So buckle up, power up, and lock in. Our first guest is none other than the CEO of IO Interactive, Hakan Abrak.
This year marks the 25th anniversary of Hitman. From a team of few passionate tech pioneers, IOI grew to build more ambitious projects, such as Hitman, Assassination, which created its own genre with a single-player game that gave thousands of hours of fun. On our mission to bring Hitman everywhere, whether it's by bringing Hitman to new platforms or by collaborating with celebrities as elusive targets, we just reached a new milestone, as we count 80 million players in the world of Assassination.
Igen, elég nagy szám. 80 millió játékos
25 million units
játszott a játékkal.
Our fans have supported us all these years, whether they recently joined the ride or joined it as early as I did. So I just want to say thank you.
Régi Hitman 2000-ből. Hitman 2 2002-ből. Hitman Contract, ez ja, 2004. Nem tudom, én is valamelyikkel játszottam, talán a Contracttal játszottam pont. Blood Money-val. 2006. Hitman Absolution 2012. Tényleg jó régi sorozat már, Hitman. World of Assassination. Ja, 2 éves ez? A World of Assassination. Kiadtak egy új bundle-t a játékra.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Christian, Chief Creative Officer at IO. Hitman and the World of Assassination launched in 2016. So we're coming up on almost a decade of a live and ever-expanding game, including our very popular elusive targets. Back then, we created the opening level in Paris as a sophisticated, high-stakes location for a classic international spy thriller. And today, it becomes the perfect backdrop for a crossover between Hitman and James Bond. We're introducing the iconic Bond villain Le Chiffre as an elusive target, and it's a perfect fit for Hitman and Paris, and we are immensely proud to team up with Denmark's own Mads Mikkelsen for a reprisal of his iconic role. So it's time to look at some gameplay. Please welcome IO designers Eskil and Martin.
Ugye ezt a Summer Game Fest-en is mutatták, majd Mikkelsen is meg lett hívva, és
Good morning, 47. Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre. A financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has made a fortune manipulating global markets by orchestrating disruption to drive stock fluctuations in his favor. However, a recent failed venture left him in dire straits, losing vast sums of both legitimate and illicit capital. In a desperate bid to recover, he has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients have deemed this unacceptable. Should Le Chiffre succeed, it will fortify his ability to fuel a dangerous network, an outcome they cannot allow. Be warned, Le Chiffre is calculating and ruthless. He will not go down without a fight. Good luck.
All right, hi guys. We're just gonna show a little sneak peek of what's happening in the level. So we jumped in a little bit. Here 47 has already obtained this invite.
Ez elvileg már most játszható a játékban.
Jonathan, just play the video from here.
Ez a küldetés.
And there's a guard that he sort of needs to deal with. And as we know, 47, everything in his hand is a weapon. So he's using the trusty old suitcase. And of course he needs to hide the body, because if found, the level is gonna spiral out of control. And what he has in it is the sniper rifle. Hopefully he's just gonna use it now as a binocular.
So we can get a good look of the level that was built. We constructed a whole playable casino experience on the ground floor of Paris. So in true Hitman fashion, this is all participatory. You can sit down at any of these tables and play poker or play roulette with the NPCs. And obviously we're working towards playing poker against Le Chiffre.
Where did you get the invite from?
I got it from the gentleman in red by beating him at roulette. But there are many other ways to get the invite. Of course, Hitman is all about freedom of approach.
Szóval igazából azt mondták, arról beszélnek, hogy lehet interaktálni ott a pókerasztaloknál, meg a roulettenél is lehet játszani az NPC-kkel, és ugye meg tudjuk válogatni továbbra is a kivégzés módját, hogy hogyan is fogjuk likvidálni Le Chiffre-t, Mads Mikkelsen-t. Itt is van.
You need to stay on your toes. He has never been defeated in a poker game.
And there we have Mads, all the Chiffre in all his beautiful 3D glory. He was so amazing to work with. I was at the voice recordings, and the way that he just jumped into that role was magnificent.
Mr. Reaper, RPG didn't tell me he had a friend. His invite. Idiot. Reaper. Unusual name. Or is that your real name? I've never come across it.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
True. I'm just not fond of unexpected guests. I like to know who I'm dealing with.
Me too.
Shall we begin?
After you.
And Bason is still doing a very solid job as Mr. 47. So I know this was a sort of a dream come true for you to...
Yeah, like as a Hitman developer and fan, I always wanted to make a casino level. It's like, it's a no-brainer, right? And having Le Chiffre and Mads Mikkelsen, it's like, it's the perfect combination.
If you can beat Le Chiffre, he will be financially destroyed. Then General Murillo will take care of the rest.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. Mr. Smith. I didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
You know each other?
Yeah, we go back, don't we, Mr. Reaper? Yes, of course, Mr. Reaper.
Well, this is turning into an interesting evening. Shall we continue?
Oh, please do. I'm sorry.
Esteemed guests, welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique. I am Monsieur Jameson, and I will be your dealer tonight. As per Mr. Le Chiffre's arrangements, we are going to play a cash game of Texas Hold'em poker. Your pre-board chips have been placed on the table before you.
As in any Hitman game, the player is always free to, like, freedom of approach is sort of the staple of the series.
The small blind will be Mr. Le Chiffre.
As you can see, he has a silenced pistol holstered, so the player could just take out Le Chiffre now, but we're doing something different here.
Mademoiselle By.
I'm calling.
Monsieur Le Chiffre. I'll now deal the flop. Monsieur Le Chiffre.
I think I'll bet 4 million.
It's not a bad hand, 2 pairs.
47, your hand is strong. Lure the other players into betting big.
$65% odds. I think I'm gonna call.
Raise him.
Itt a játékmenetet mutatnak, és ennek, hogy ugye kell pókerezni, és ugye hogy hív. Vagy emelnek, ugye.
Monsieur Le Chiffre.
I think I'll bet 4 million.
Monsieur Reaper.
47. Have you noticed Le Chiffre keeps touching his face, like he has a tick? I think he's bluffing. Raise him.
We're sitting on a full house, so seems like good advice.
Raise. The bet is now 8 million euros. Monsieur Smith.
I don't have the hand for this. I'll fold.
Monsieur Le Chiffre.
It looks like it's down to you and me, Mr. Reaper. Call.
Last community card. The river. Monsieur Le Chiffre.
I think I'll bet 4 million.
Monsieur Reaper.
Seems like a slam dunk.
Raise. The bet is now 8 million euros. Monsieur Le Chiffre.
Call.
Gentlemen, showdown, please. Monsieur Le Chiffre. 4 of a kind.
He
Oh
faked
no.
the tell. Unfortunate.
Oh
He has
no!
this beat.
Monsieur Reaper.
Oh. Oh boy.
Show your hand. Show your hand.
Monsieur Le Chiffre wins.
Well played, Mr. Reaper. But alas, not good enough. Are you feeling okay? You look a little pale. You should never accept a drink from a stranger.
47. I detect poison on your biomarkers. The Chiffre's signature poison. Keep calm. We've prepared for this. We have an antidote in the stash point in the parking lot. Now go.
I need to use the bathroom.
All right.
If you insist, we will take a 30-minute break and then resume.
Just walk out of there calmly.
Ó, hogy megmérgezett minket.
Take it from here.
Yeah.
All right. All right, babe. Clock is ticking.
When we were playing this, Eskil was giving me instructions where to go. He's like, go left, go right, go down the stairs.
Run, run. And go right here. No, this is without power.
I'm just gonna throw a hammer at this guy.
You need to pick up your pace, 47. You have 20 seconds left.
Doesn't seem viable. I hope the poison isn't lethal.
Go!
Hát ez nem sikerült.
47, can you hear me? 47. 47, come in, please.
It's under control, General. It's just a minor snag. Who knows? It could be anyone. Oh, he'll talk. Trust me. Yes. Yes, you'll get your money. I'm on a winning streak. Hold on, he's waking up. I'll keep you posted. You're awake. Good. How are you feeling, Mr. Reaper?
Constricted.
Well, I felt it was a necessity, one I must confess I rather enjoyed. Do you know why I'm good at cards, Mr. Reaper? I can read people. I could spot Mr. Smith a mile away, and the two others, I know. But you? Nothing.
What can I say? I just have one of those faces.
Yeah, well, I have a lot riding on the game tonight, so I get nervous when a total stranger suddenly turns up, and I just can't work him out. Okay. Let's not waste each other's time. Who are you? CIA? MI6? FSB?
Does it matter?
Well, it matters to me. Are you here to kill me?
I was hoping to outsource that part to Murillo.
So you do know something. I assure you the General will not be killing anyone tonight. So tell me who you are and what you're that's how it's going to be, you are giving me no option but to take more extreme measure.
I'm sure I can handle it.
Don't be too sure. I've picked up a thing or two over the years that have proven quite effective.
Why don't you show me?
You are something.
Monsieur, you got a game to play. The general won't be happy if you don't.
Yes, I know. Shame. Guess we'll just have to wait. I will be back.
Can't wait.
Keep an eye on him.
Don't do anything stupid.
Right.
Most kérdezte a 47-es ügynököt, hogy kinek dolgozik, mert ugye mindenki, akivel játszott, ugye mindenki eldobta a lapokat, és ugye mi voltunk olyan vakmerők, hogy ugye a végig kitartottunk és tartottuk a tétet, és ugye elbuktuk, mindez a gameplay szerint, és lettünk megmérgezve. De gondolom ugye itt, hogyha az embernek szerencséje van, akkor kimarad ez is, de lehet egyből ki lehet iktatni. Ráséfült.
You don't even have to own the game. Go to the store, you can play the mission right now. And you know what, let's go ahead and take another look at what's
most már elérhető ez a küldetés, teljesen ingyenesen.
Our Chief Development Officer at IO.
Itt a főnök.
Hello, we are celebrating 25 years of Hitman. Beyond Le Chiffre's return, we have two new, incredible, elusive targets coming to the world of Assassination. One will go live this fall, the second one in the winter. And these will come to the world of Assassination with a lot of different new challenges, but also feature contract and twist drop. So stay tuned.
Jön twist drop, és tényleg még jön egy küldetés a World of Assassination-höz.
The pod in the lounge are running natively on the newly launched Nintendo Switch 2. And we encourage everybody
és készülnek a Nintendo megjelenésére is, ahol
and following the amazing reception of Hitman in VR, we wanted you to know that our team back home is extremely excited to bring further enhancement and content in the update that goes live tonight. And there is more. Hitman, the World of Assassination, is a globe-trotting action fantasy. And now you can truly travel Hitman in your pocket. In the lounge, you can already experience the game running natively on iOS. Hitman promises the freedom to play however you want. You can now choose a platform that fits the moment.
Wow, so meg idén nyáron jön iOS-re is.
Console, VR and mobile.
Wow. Mindenen lehet futtatni majd.
There is more. And as a final twist, Hitman is also going analog. We are partnering with Mood Publishing to bring Hitman to life in a completely new format.
Hello everyone, Casper from
lesz is.
We specialize in making memorable board games. And today I am beyond excited to share with you that we're teaming up with our close friends at IO Interactive to bring a dream project of ours to life.
Társasjáték.
Is coming to Kickstarter later this year.
In this one-of-a-kind multiplayer board game, players take on the role as master assassins, traveling the world to take on high-stakes targets. Every time you play, you compete against other players on the same job. Whoever can take down the target in whatever way they seem fit gets the payout and wins the game.
Just like in the video games, every board you play on invites you into an immersive world filled with culture and storytelling, providing a perfect backdrop for the globe-trotting assassin. Fans will recognize many iconic weapons, memorable moments, and familiar characters. Hitman the board game promises to be a fun, competitive experience and the essential assassin game in every fan's collection.
That's it for now. The best thing you can do to stay up to date is to follow our page over on Kickstarter today. Oh, And if you'll excuse me, I have to get out of here before I'm compromised. Bye.
Aki gondolja támogatni szeretné, az
We're
keresse fel
prototyping
a
and working
Kickstarteren.
closely with the great team at Mood, and I can tell you it feels really special to sit there with the other players, your fellow assassins, and you're trying to take out the target first. And speaking of playing Hitman with friends, we have one final sneak peek. We want you to team up with a friend and enjoy Hitman in co-op. So 2 new playable characters, Stone and Knight, return from their appearance in our sniper co-op mode to a full-blown Hitman co-op experience. We invite you to play a set of exciting missions across our world of Assassination, challenge you to rethink your approach now that you're going to play as a duo. So, it's still early days, but we can't wait to be back with more news on Hitman co-op soon. Thank you.
A World of Assassinationhez jön egy co-op módos pálya, vagy mindenre lesz co-op. Lényeg az, hogy most lesz majd egy co-op pálya mindenféleképpen.
Thank you so much, Christian. For those of you who are with us today, you will have a chance to try the demo of the iOS version of Hitman World of Assassination in the lounge after the show. That was a lot of exciting news for Hitman. News for the Anniversary Edition coming out in October, the release on the iOS, another on Switch 2, 3 new elusive targets coming in Le Chiffre, and a collab between 007 and Hitman, the summer roadmap, and the cherry on top of the cake, Hitman co-op. But now, let's dial in. Focus, because what's next is a different kind of assignment. The stakes, global. The style, impeccable. The mission, for your eyes only. You know the number, you know the man, but you've never seen him like this before. It's time to step into the origin of the world's most iconic secret agent.
Cheers, Bond.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found
Ez a bejelentő trailer, ugye erről megcsináltam egy videót.
Started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the endgame is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag gets me every time.
Jet lag.
She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Nagyon kíváncsi leszek erre a játékra. Lesz-e belőle olyan gameplay? Tényleges.
Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
Dun, 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 dun.
suppose this is another teachable moment.
Ezt inkább olyan mindenki, aki meg nem tette.
You liked it? Not too
Jó
bad.
kis újdonságért.
I still have goosebumps when I see this. We just revealed to the world a new James Bond game, the first one in over a decade. We're honored to be able to bring to the gaming world a 007 franchise for the players. Reimagine the first steps of James Bond as a young, yet rebellious air crewman who, thanks to his instincts, defied all odds and got propelled into MI6. We also reimagined versions of the characters that shaped Bond as we know him today, such as a younger and ambitious M, who strongly believe in the human judgment on the field. It's not only a faithful and original take on James Bond's origin story, but it's also an incredible action-adventure game, building on 25 years of mastering the agent fantasy at IO Interactive. Creative approach is what makes Bond defy the odds, and we want players to feel like Bond when they play First Light. But we will talk more about all that later this summer. And that would not be an authentic Bond experience without the partners who helped us design our vehicles, our costumes, and game moments. And we are working closely with NVIDIA to bring the latest ray tracing technology to First Light.
Van azért a támogató, meg licensz.
All right, what an exciting adventure. 007 First Light will release in 2026, so please sign up to your IOI account and get free rewards in Hitman and 007 First Light, and wishlist a game on your favorite platform.
Well, that's not all. As always at IOI, we want to reward our community for showing their unwavering support. With every significant milestone in our wishlist numbers, we will grant players additional rewards on day one.
Ooh, I'm sure everyone's speculating what those tiers will be. Well, I can't wait to know more about 007 First Light. When are we going to get more news?
We'll be back with a full gameplay reveal later this summer.
All right, thank you, Hakan.
Szóval Gamescom
Everyone mark this in your
körül majd
calendars,
lesz
and Bond returns
gameplay
later this
reveal.
summer with an actual gameplay. That's going to be absolutely incredible. So, now let's see how the magic is done at IOI. Please welcome Ulas, Chief Technical Officer.
Technikai igazgató. Széles motor.
Hello everyone. This has been a transformative year for IO. The progress you have seen today across our games, trailers and announcements is a direct result of our incredible talent in our studios, empowered by our tools and technology we built over decades. Every title we have showed today runs on Glacier, our own game engine, and Glacier has been continuous development over 25 years. It's not just a matter of the heritage, it is because no off-the-shelf engine, game engine, could handle the systematic complexity of Hitman and Bond, nor support the kind of cross-platform and performance we're delivering today. Glacier is a purpose-built for the kind of games IO makes. Deeply interactive, technically ambitious, and globally scalable. What sets Glacier apart? Its modular design and ability to scale seamlessly across platforms from consoles to PC to mobile without compromising the creative intent. Glacier is the foundation that allows our teams to move fast, stay creative, and build the kinds of games that we believe in. And it's the reason we can deliver at the level of the quality and the scope of we've seen today. Thank you so much.
There's a lot of IOI games made with Glacier Engine, and I think it's safe to say they're all absolutely gorgeous. Well, now a few months ago, IOI announced a new publishing division. IOI partners with their first title, MindsEye, developed by Builder Rocket Boy. So, let's dive into another world, a world that feels strangely close to home sometimes. We've seen the jaw-dropping trailers for MindsEye, the blockbusting thriller produced by Leslie Benzies and its team. Please welcome Adam Whiting.
Hey everyone, Adam Whiting here, Assistant Game Director at Builder Rocket Boy. Really excited to be showing you all some new gameplay footage from MindsEye that comes out on Tuesday, the 10th of June, so not long to go now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into the action here, straight into a mission.
Assistant Game Director.
Here we go. Straight into a mission from the latter third of the game, and at this point Jacob Diaz, our protagonist, has had his MindsEye implant reactivated, and he's accompanied by his companion drone. Now this drone gives Jacob some unique combat abilities that we'll see during gameplay here. Now we've worked tirelessly to create a very immersive and cinematic experience, and the story is a key part of that. So we've bleeped out certain bits of dialogue, as I don't want to spoil anything for players looking forward to delving into the narrative. What I can say though is that something very interesting has just taken place that's thrust the city into chaos. It's raining for the first time in years, and the city is under martial law. The military have moved in and are locking down the city as the automated AI systems that drive Red Rock have started to come undone. Now Rigby is going to be assisting us on this mission and helping us navigate the predicament Jacob finds himself in right now. Now in MindsEye, players can't just run in all guns blazing, but instead have to navigate the environment methodically and carefully, looking for vantage points and environmental elements that can give them an advantage. There is no surefire, one-size-fits-all way to approach combat, but by utilizing the vast array of weapons and the potency of the combat drone, players can approach combat in a variety of different ways. Players can also utilize the lens device. Now this is an AR contact lens that is the replacement for the smartphone in this world, and they can use this to scan the environment, and it'll actually help players keep track of where enemy targets are and help them strategize how best to neutralize them. And it also handily highlights pickups on the ground. So the DC-2 companion drone has a few key functions. One of them we're about to see right now is a zap ability. Now this stuns targets, and it can be used to override electronic systems such as keypads and doors. It's also particularly potent against robotic enemies as it temporarily disables them.
Most éppen arról beszélek, hogy van nekünk egy ilyen kis drónunk, ami így tudja szkennelni és tudja hackelni ellenfélnek a dolgait, meg le tudja stanolni az ellenfeleket.
What's the damage? Critical! I'm going down! I'm going down! Shit! Racing! Yes, you there? I think I'm all right. Those sky cars can withstand a lot of force.
Well, it's not the drone I'm worried about, Rigby. It's me.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. Right.
Now we're on the ground. We can see how the city feels different right now. Under martial law, the citizens of Red Rock have fled from the streets, and very few remain. This is in stark contrast to the other times players have navigated through this downtown area on previous missions, where it's full of life. The streets now have an almost eerie quality to them, as the main thing inhabiting them are the patrolling military vehicles and soldiers subjugating the residents of Red Rock. However, The military group that have taken over here are called Black Box. They aren't operating with the best interests of Red Rock City at heart. They have a different agenda. And as such, the robotic forces patrolling the streets are answering to them and are fighting against Jacob.
You want to tell me what you were doing? At least you're not pretending you thought he was dead.
Most mondták, hogy ugye nem csak ugye emberi ellenfelek, hanem a robot ellenfelek is érkezhetnek.
More tactically adept, as well as better armed. And as Jacob encounters these new factions, he gains
Nem csak
access to their
katonai.
weaponry, adding to the player's ever-expanding arsenal.
I know Charlie helped you, and I know you spent a ton of time running around placing mystery devices.
Now, the robotic enemies players encounter are also susceptible to the companion drone and its ability to hack them, making them work alongside rather than against Jacob. This is a key strategic element as they can cause a distraction, tank some of the shots for Jacob, or they can just be a useful and potent combat ally, using their advanced robotic weaponry to aid players in battle.
De legalább el tudjuk vele terelni az emberek figyelmét, most az ellenfelek figyelmét.
As we've seen, the DC-2 drone also allows Jacob to use it to scout ahead, seeing through its eyes, so players can plan ahead and approach each combat encounter in a more tactical way if they choose to. I also want to highlight the music and audio design. We've got a really talented audio team and they've really given MindsEye a unique vibe through not only its sound design, but also its soundtrack, building tension and ramping up the excitement as the action escalates. Now we're just going to jump ahead here a little bit as we're just about to approach a construction site, and Rigby is trying to help us navigate to a vehicle that she's having auto drive its way over to us. She's our eyes and ears right now, helping us navigate through this area.
We're gonna fix this. We're the only ones who can stop Lamry. Right. Now if I can get this thing overhead, I might be able to... Shit. The drone...
Well, at least she was. Now it's down to Jacob. Now, whilst MindsEye is a linear narrative-driven experience, we have built an entire city, and we use this in various ways. In situations like this, players can navigate through the terrain how they see fit, and they can find different ways to get to their objective. Some may be more fraught with peril than others, and players can use a DC-2 drone to figure out their best path forward.
De nem csak itt ez a kis asszisztens drón lehet használni, hanem mellette tudunk használni többfajta drónt is.
Some of these laser-based robot weapons are particularly potent and a key part of your arsenal as you get into the latter stage of the story and are fighting highly trained military personnel as well as cutting-edge robots.
Többfajta fegyvert tudunk használni, valamelyik lézersugárt lő, és valamelyik ugye sima rendes.
We have a huge variety of different environments and locations that change things up, from slick urban environments to isolated desert locations, beautiful skylines to sumptuous vistas. MindsEye is full of spectacle and surprise, and we're really excited for you all to be able to play it next week. As you can see, players also have to keep their wits about them at all times, as these black box enemies are quick, agile, and tactical with how they'll try and flank Jacob from various sides. Now we can flee the area in the vehicle Rigby has sent over to us. However, the city has a different feeling right now. Instead of being full of traffic to navigate through, there are now military checkpoints the player has to try and avoid. The driving in MindsEye feels fun, responsive, and thrilling as you take corners at high speed, and we use this in a variety of different ways. Now, one of those ways is through Play MindsEye. During the story, at certain points, the player will find portals that allow them to jump into side missions and stories, some expanding the world and giving more narrative context. Some are just there because we think they're fun. And players can also bring up the pause menu at any time, and launch one of a variety of different missions, races, and other gameplay experiences, built by our team using our special no-code editor tools that make game creation accessible to anyone. And players on PC can select the Build MindsEye option to start building their own content and share it with everyone else at the press of a button. We've already got some exciting updates in the works that will allow players to build their own environments, not being constrained just to Red Rock City, and also adding in multiplayer. And when we add new functionality and features, we'll not just be highlighting it with our own Play MindsEye content, but allowing players to use these additions within their own content and tell their own stories through Build MindsEye. We're really excited about the opportunity Play and Build will give us to keep players engaged with new content on a very regular basis, and we're committed to the long-term vision of MindsEye and are looking forward to you all joining us on this exciting journey together. So you can pre-order MindsEye now to gain access to our deluxe edition for free, and we're excited to see you all in Red Rock City on the 10th of June. Thank you. And lastly, I just want to thank our partners at IOI for sharing this vision for the future of gaming with us and for allowing us to be part of their special showcase today.
Adam, thank you so much. And thank you for all your hard work and efforts, and thank you for the team back at Barb, and thank you, Leslie. You've created an amazingly ambitious, awesome game, and we couldn't be more proud to work with you as partners, and we're looking forward to get this game out to the fans 10th of June. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Thank you.
Thank you.
Szóval nagyon sok aspektusa van a játékban, van benne multiplayer, ugye story.
Hello everyone, we are out here in the lobby while you guys are inside
tartalmak.
exploring what is about to be available to you. I am with Nicole, the global brand manager for IOI Showcase, or no, IO Interactive. Yeah, you're like, Anna's, but like beyond that, there has been so much planning and passion that has gone into tonight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's been like a blast. I mean, like we are working on all these news, all these like new features, new additions to the Hitman game, and for like so long, that actually in the end, being able to reveal everything tonight here and showcase it to the world for the first time is just like amazing, and we are super happy, and I'm super excited to be here and have like actually guests trying on some of our latest addition to the franchise.
Yes, and speaking of everything that's been revealed tonight, if you come out to the lobby after the showcase, sorry for everyone at home, even though you're able to try it out too, we'll have different pods where you can actually try out the Switch 2 and iOS version, right?
Yes, exactly.
So let's show us around a little bit.
Yeah, so we are going to have here the Switch 2 version of the game with like Skill, our game designer, giving you a bit of tips and tricks on the game. And over there, we're going to have mobile pods ready. And the game is coming this summer, runs natively on iOS.
And for everyone online and in the showroom, we have a surprise coming up for you.
Valamilyen meglepő lesz.
Oh yeah, my memory's still a bit blurry.
Oh, MindsEye.
Remember this. DS! Showtime! I have these gaps inside my head.
Satellite gives us a 10-minute window.
You made it. That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story. I'll cover you. All this time you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding me? This thing has ruined my life.
You have no idea who you're dealing with. And what you did, you should have left you in the desert. This is not the first time we got a fatal error with your tech.
DS, make it stop! Make it stop! I know what I have to do. This is the only way. Clear now.
The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning. They're attacking us.
Akkor ez a sztori, ez olyasmi lesz, hogy vagy katonát alakítunk, akinek törlik a memóriáját.
A moment where machine learning would evolve past our capabilities of control. He called the first sign of this Alpha.
Szóval, hogy történt azon a bevetés, és akkor onnantól kezdve törölték a memóriáját az emberünknek.
Welcome to Red Rock. Man, is it always this hot? You'll get used to it. Sort of. Not really.
Vagy hasonló lesz a közök szerint. Sorry.
Yeah, not bad, huh? It's the latest model.
Interesting.
Hát kíváncsi leszek nagyon erre a játékra.
Companies like Silver Corporation, instead of being thankful, have turned their backs on the very stars and stripes that made them a success.
You still haven't given us clearance for launch.
Give me access to the back-end system of my city bot, and then we'll talk.
Today's a very special day. Well, it's not every day we get to test the existential potential of man with machine.
This city loves me, Marco. I can spin this like I always do.
I will not let them stop me.
Nintendo 2-es gameplay. Így van. Ahhoz képest elég pofásan néz ki. Kézi konzol verzió. Közben, hogy el is indult a Hitman drop a Twitch-en. Ő, aki játszik a Hitman-nel, az mindenféleképpen nézzen Hitman streamelők. A streamereket is kapják az ilyen kis ajándékokat. Ja, ez most érkezett a Hitmanbe, ez a küldetés ingyenes mindenki számára. Matt Mikkelson-t kell iktatni Casino Royale-ba.
That's kind of special.
No.
I always love whenever we get to work with voice actors from the games.
No, szinkron színészeket fogunk hallani és látni. Ugye ez az IO Interaktívnak az legelső showcase-e, úgyhogy...
Everyone really did go to the bar. Do we know what order they're coming out?
Mindenki ott van a bárban, azt mondja a Csajci. Nem akar senki visszajönni?
Are they coming out now? Okay.
Egy kis technikai hatás, kis szünetecske, és akkor majd később jönnek vissza a szinkron színészekkel.
We are about to begin the panel and Q&A. Trust me, you're going to want to come back in for this.
Ugye lehetnek ilyenek, hát legelső showcase.
All right, so speaking of the panel, we're going to go ahead and get started and bring out our guests. Shush your mouths. First off, well, are they back here? We got a whole slew of them. Who's going to come out of the curtain first?
Még szinkron színészekkel fognak beszélgetni, akik a játékokban
All right, we have Adam, who you saw earlier, David Bateson, our voice of Agent 47, Mads Mikkelsen, everybody.
Mads Mikkelsen is itt is.
Hakan. Oh, yeah, we have Christian and Ula. So we have everyone, the whole team here today.
Wow.
See, told you wanted to stick around. Look at you guys. Everyone's so handsome. Okay. So we're going to have a couple questions that I'm going to give our panelists, and then we're going to take some questions from the audience. But I think what would be really special is starting off with, you know what, a little story. Because Mads, David, you guys have known each other from before Hitman. And I know there's a little anecdote that can be told here that's quite special.
Yeah, it's this is a real premiere. Mads and I worked on a small film together back in 98, 99. You was
94.
Oh my God.
You're that old, David.
Who am I again? Anyway, you were at drama school, which is so scary. We did this little movie. It was a love triangle. He was having an affair with my wife. Yeah. And the short story is this. I go away hunting. It's set in 1895, a long time ago, right? I go away off hunting. He turns up to seduce my wife. She's putting sheets out on the line, and he starts sneaking up and fumbling around with my wife. And anyway, he did something. I'm watching this scene. He's about 25, 30 feet away from me. I'm standing next to the director. We got a monitor in front of us, and I'm watching it live. He goes and leans against this pole as she's putting these sheets on the washing line, and he's like, waiting for you. I'll wait. And then he does something which totally rocked my boat. He starts spitting because he's such a romantic guy. No, he's looking at her. His arms are folded, and he's leaning back, and he just goes... And he does this a couple of times. So I lean across to the director, and I'm going, wait a minute. That's not very sexy. And I'm looking at him doing it live, and then I looked at the monitor, and something was insane. It was brilliant. It was sexy and raw and just, I'll let you finish, and then you're mine. The point is, I leaned across to the director during the take, and I whispered to him, Sarah, to go, what did I say? Yeah, I've got to get this right, because that's right. Oh, yes, right. I said to him, does Mads know what he's doing? And the director leaned over to me and said, I don't think so, but don't tell him. Because it was insanely good.
It worked on your wife, though.
No, I'm rather pleased about that because she's here tonight. No, but that was maybe a sign of what was to come. And I've waited 100 years to tell you this story of the talent I saw that day, and he was still studying at drama school. So, yeah, give it up for Mads.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I didn't know. I walked into the room today, and the guys were pitching me the game, and I was watching it, and all of a sudden, the Hitman comes in, and I'm like, wait a second, is that David? So it was my very first thing I ever did.
Yeah.
And I got to shag his wife and kill him.
Let's
see what happens in this game.
Yeah.
We'll
call it 50-50.
We'll call it a draw. A Hitmanben is most éppen egy.
It's so rare that
iskolás sztorit meséltem.
For so long on different projects. It's actually an incredible story, and I'm happy that you were able to share that with us today, because when else would you have been able to tell that story otherwise? Yeah.
Thanks.
But I had no idea that you were Hitman.
No, no, but you killed me first.
And maybe second.
Yeah.
All right, so Mads, what was it like to reprise your iconic role as Le Chiffre for this Hitman mission, and how is it different than the movie?
It's different in the way that I'm not in a studio, I'm not in a set, I'm not wearing a costume. So obviously this is an imaginary world. I think I was doing the recording in Spain, and you guys were sitting in Denmark. And I knew the game because my son has been playing it forever. And how I fit in, I didn't know at that point, but I got a lot of notes about it. And then you guys was pitching every scene. And eventually I realized, why don't we just do every line in 5 different versions? And then you guys can play around with it. And that's kind of how I approached it because, I mean, there's so many different opportunities in every scenario. So to tell me how that worked half an hour for every scenario would be me standing there for 2 months. So we just dived in there. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but I mean, you might have a little more visual to work with.
No, I have nothing.
Okay, here you go.
I'm kind of all alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so it's a different approach, obviously. I mean, it was great to come back to him. I was always, when I did the original, I loved the film, but I was always super angry when I read the script that, I mean, a Bond film, I'm an ex-gymnast, I'm really good at stunts, and the most crazy stunt I did in the film was folding 2 aces. It was like, oh God. So I'm so pleased that this character has actually got his hands on a little more.
Yeah. Listen, I think what's cool about this is, unlike the film, obviously, you get as a player to approach you, the target, in so many different ways. And I find that infinitely interesting to use your imagination that way. Although I liked what you did to me to James Bond in the movie. So that's another story.
Well, he deserved it. He took my money.
Yeah, yeah. Asshole.
All right, so David, you've been the voice of Agent 47 for many years now.
Milyen érdekes, hogy ugye felvettek egy voice-line-t, és akkor ugye azt...
How do you keep the character fresh?
Oh, well, listen,
videófajta.
In a way, it's kind of easy. I don't know if you have this thing, but one, I treat Agent 47 as my best friend, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm going to have a good time hanging out with my best friend. We'll work it out. But here's the other thing. I know he's this emotionless character without feelings and without moral. He's a killing machine. But I treat him sort of like a Frankenstein's monster, in a way, that he's somewhere deep, deep down inside. He's looking for some kind of humanity. And though the dialogue is written very ice cold, and it should be delivered that way, I try to sneak in some kind of curiosity about how it might feel and to kill, or to what's this person going through. And secondly, I think of his backstory about wanting to know where he comes from. So it's a primitive thing, but I just keep having that in my head.
That's really cool. And Mads, you already talked about the difference between voice acting, being in the booth, and then being on set. Did you enjoy the experience?
Yeah, it was super fun. Both of the things were fun. It was obviously fun to revisit him for a number of reasons. Also to just see that even though he looks young in the game, his voice is kind of more rusty now. It's apparently my mistake. No, it was super fun. I mean, you rarely get the chance to revisit a character in the movie business. You might do it on theater, but in the movie business, it's over, it's done. And then, what is it? Is it 18 years? Yeah. 18 years ago I did that character. And then he looked good, and I was happy to see him again.
Oh, you still look good. All right, so you face off Agent 47.
Most a küldetésről beszélt, ahol ugye fiatal van meg kreálva, és ugye de ugye a mostani hangjával, és ugye visszavonult így a filmezéstől.
Normally has henchmen and people to do the dirty work. So in terms of assassin, it's obviously Hitman. But if you face him in his environment, I think it's going to be a little uphill battle for Hitman.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, you mentioned earlier to me that it's not just about me trying to kill you by winning at poker. There's a lot more going on, and I think I don't know. When James Bond stands there, you're kind of going, yeah, it's going to end well. But I think it feels more even. The playground, the playing field feels much more even, which is cool.
Yeah, and if you were playing Hitman yourself, Mads.
If I'm playing Lucifer?
Yeah, if you were playing the game yourself.
Or if I was playing Hitman trying to kill myself?
Yeah. would you go in head on, or would you be stealthy about it?
I really can't answer that, but I know who's going to really enjoy killing me, my son. I mean, there's like a ton of ways to get past my character, and I can't wait to see his face going like, I have to do this again. So that's going to be fun. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're obviously playing Hitman, and it's a strange suicidal process for me to imagine that. I'll download it. I'll play it. I'll see where it goes.
So if you had to give Agent 47 one piece of advice for his mission against you, what would it be?
Yeah.
A World of Assassination.
Give Agent 47 an advice?
Oh.
Why would I? Yeah, I think it would be a smart choice to beat me at poker. That would be the easiest way for him. And if he can't do that, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's not going to be easy killing this guy. I would just say this. I never thought of that before. Your son's going to be out there killing you. Well, I have news.
Probably playing right now.
Oh, no. Well, listen, I walked in on my daughter when she was playing Absolution some years ago, and she turned around and said, Dad, it's so cool hearing your voice in my ears as I strangle this nun. And I thought, can we just keep that inside the room, please? Yeah, so good luck.
That's incredible. So, Christian, what core themes or tone did you want to capture in the Bond story that sets it apart from previous interpretations of the film or the games?
Well, first of all, we're changing subject here.
Oh, yeah,
but
getting serious.
Absolutely, I just want to say it's absolutely a blessing to just see the two of you together, and like for us to dream about it, Hakan and I, as you can probably imagine, it's been a really, really special mission for us, and it's been really enjoyable. Regarding a Bond, I think what we really wanted to find at the core was a young version. We kind of talked about the difference between who's 007 and who's James Bond as a concept, trying to find out like how does he become the number? How does he, as we also talk about, the game is about earning the number, but it comes at a price. So we needed to figure out who is he in his sort of his raw form, and what does being an agent actually do to him. And I think that's what we're really interested and curious about in the game as well.
That's really cool. So can you tease any unique mechanics or innovations that set this game apart from any other stealth or action titles?
Well, I think we're combining some really interesting elements. Like, we're well known from Hitman games with a lot of freedom of approach, and obviously Bond is a little bit different, but he has a really big layer of improvisation, and just he happens to get in trouble, but he also happens to have a lot of different solutions. So we wanted to capture that. But I think the biggest leap for us was to make this seamless interplay between, physical melee action and, really good shooting combat. So it feels like you have a lot of options, whether you're in a sort of an action part of the game, or whether you're more like, using your skills as a spy.
To be honest, I can't imagine another duo of games that fit more perfectly together.
Ugye arról beszél a valamilyen főnök, most nem tudom már, hogy milyen főnök, még az, hogy ők próbáltak egy olyan fiatal James Bondot összehozni, ami valamennyire karakteres lehet, és különb másabb, mint ugye a meglévő Hitman játékokban lévő karakter, de mégis kicsit olyan azért
and they get to go between these wonderful action set pieces. They get to immerse themselves and kind of meet interesting characters. And then just like high action, tension, and drama and spectacle. And we're really excited to get players in Red Rock on Tuesday.
That's exactly Tuesday. That's wild. And what would you say sets MindsEye apart from other narrative-led games in terms of like gameplay or structure?
Yeah, I mean, certainly there's a kind of a few unique things I'd say. In particular, we're trying to strike this balance between having a very well-paced story, but then also giving players lots of opportunities, have like kind of excursions and adventures. And I think Play MindsEye is a really elegant way to do that. As you're playing the story, you encounter these portals, and they give you a glimpse into into characters' backstories. Sometimes they're just sliced of fun gameplay. But if you don't want to kind of like break your immersion or kind of like you just want to press through the story, they're waiting for you in the Play MindsEye menu, and that's a place we're going to be populating with lots of great content. Every few weeks there'll be new stuff in there, new bits of gameplay, and I think it's going to be really exciting for players.
Yeah, and Hakan, the man himself, with Hitman, Assassination, now seen as a modern classic in stealth gaming. How do you view the franchise's role in defining IOI as a studio today?
Well, Hitman has been, without a doubt, our flagship franchise. It all started with Hitman in a cellar, and 25 years later, here we are. And I would say many good games we've done throughout the years.
De ő az IO Interactive-nek a CEO-ja, egyik menedzsere. Most ugye előtt ugye már 25 éve, hogy itt van a Hitman.
Found this platform, and it's something we started 13 years ago, 14 years ago, envisioning and working on it, and then starting it like from one episode to one game to 3 games, all melded into one universe. And it's been a long road, but like as you saw today with the co-op edition, which we are extremely excited about, it's something that when we say it never sleeps, it never ends, we mean it.
That's beautiful. So with everything that has been said and everyone that's on this panel right now, thank you so much for today. I want to open it up to the room for any questions. I'm like, how do we do this? Oh, you have a mic. Okay, so
hands up and
yeah, hands up if you have a question. We got one right here in the middle. In the middle. Oh.
We got a mic. Mic is moving.
Okay, we're gonna start on the edge, I guess.
Ugye fog érkezni egy kódmód a Hitman World Assassination-höz.
Talking about the new Bond game. Bond has had different types of pacing depending on the era of film that he's in. So I wanted to know for First Light, are you all looking more towards a specific Bond? Are you moving faster or slower? And how are you all kind of drawing your inspirations from the different film eras of the character?
Want to take that, Hakan, or should I?
I can take it. Well, I think we've been asking ourselves that question, what is actually the inspiration for our Bond? But I think from the get-go, we tried to kind of leave that out. There's so many good legacy from 60 years of this franchise, but we really, the whole spirit and core of First Light is to create something original, something that stands on its own, something that we can call our Bond for the gamers. And so I think it's difficult to say he's more like Roger Moore or more like Sean Connery and whatnot. I think he is his own young man. And I think where he differs the most is he's not like on top of his game with very comfortable in tuxedos and with the martinis yet. This is actually something he will learn along the way, right? So it's a young man, very hopeful, very optimistic, that's gonna grow through this experience. So I like to say that hopefully you'll feel that as well when you get the game in your hands, that we created something unique and on its own.
Szóval nem akar hasonlítani. Ez egy original story lesz, ez a First Light, és nem próbál hasonlítani a karakterünk semmilyen egyéb filmbéli James Bondra se. Ez egy fiatal srác, ambíciódús és...
You guys are amazing. Yes, the Sega Dreamcast. So thank you. And Mads, I just got done playing Death Stranding. You are amazing. It is awesome to see you in another game. So I had questions as far as your approach with this one versus the last one that you did. Was it any different, or did it just feel like you just jumped right back into it?
They belong in the same world in the sense that I don't have a setting. There's no sets. But the other one was more physical, that we were dressed up in green tights and had dots on our faces and a camera up here. And luckily I wasn't the only one. So, and here it was a pitch a couple of months before I did it, and we talked back and forth about it, and then I went into the studio and I did the voice for it. So there was a difference for sure. Both had one thing in common: I had no idea what was going on. I had a hunch, but so what I saw today was just mind-blowing fun, because I in a film I will be in the midst of it. Here I'm on the outskirts of it, and then I see the product later. So I'm like you guys. I'm like crossing my fingers. Yeah.
Nagyon szórakoztató volt újra visszatérni ugye a ilyen úgymond filmes dolgokhoz, ugye, hogy egy pont volt az arcán és egy kamera a fején.
While that is an advantage, it also creates a bit of a pitfall. You don't want to make a Bond game that resembles Hitman a little too much. So what is the team doing to kind of avoid that and make sure that the two can stand by themselves as two now new pillars for IO?
So I think you're absolutely spot on. The journey we went on to even imagine building a Bond game was a journey of trying to figure out where is it not Hitman and where can we lean in on the strengths we do have. And also to Maz's point, just talking about the experience of actually being in a Hitman game. Hitman is a lot about like almost absolute freedom of choice. I know that's probably stretching it a little bit too far, but we really want you to be able to like imagine all sorts of scenarios as a player, and you can then do them on your own terms, which makes it extremely hard for actors to actually know, wait, what's going on? Like and as the guys talked about, you have to record a lot of different reactions. Writers typically have to accept that what they write might not ever see daylight. People might not see it. They can miss it. I think Bond is like natively different there, because obviously we're telling a story. We're telling a story about a young hero, and obviously Agent 47 is an anti-hero, and we are driven by the story. We're driven by the plot, and that sets a certain type of pacing for the game. And so if we leaned 100% into Hitman, that pacing and that drama would kind of not really be there, because, well, I mean, most of you who've played Hitman know it stands still sometimes, right? You're just there in the middle of a level. You can just stand there and take it in and nothing happens. And that wouldn't really be great if we're doing James Bond. So I think you need to imagine that, yeah, we learned a lot about freedom of approach. We learned a lot about being creative with Hitman, and we want to inject as much of that as possible into a Bond universe and into a Bond story, but it's not the same thing.
Okay, we're going to take one more question because we want to give everyone time to go play the demos out in the lobby, okay?
Hello. Can you all hear me? Okay, there you go. Quick question about
fejlesztőről beszélt, hogy ugye, hogy Bond azért egy hős karakter, és ugye a 47-es ügynök, meg ugye egy antihíró, és ugye vagy itt a differencia, és ugye.
Okay, yeah, I'll happy to answer that. So obviously, like, as you can imagine, there is a vast
egy másik fajta kihívás ez.
And there is so many
ez a Bond
interactions
játék.
that people expect and they want to see in the game. And so we're obviously very mindful of that. And obviously in the future, like not for now, we'll dig into how that unfolds. I'm sure you saw in the graphic behind Hakan when he was talking about Bond, we introduced a new character to the mix between Moneypenny, M and Q, and so we're obviously super excited to talk a little bit about that as we move forward. But for now, we'll save some of that ammo.
I'd like to remind everyone that we're going to continue to do interviews in the lounge and I think in here as well, but we are going to conclude that for the night. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for everyone who's watching to celebrate this with us.
Megköszönjük mindenkinek a figyelmet.
They deserve it all. Thank you so much. Oh, and it's free to play.
Na, még meddig tart ez a showcase-t? Ugye most itt jelzik, hogy milyen előrendelési bónuszokat lehet kapni, ugye, hogyha most csináltok egy IOE accountot, akkor ugye kaptok egy outfitet és fegyverskint a James Bond játékban, és ugye a MindsEye-ban pedig, hogyha előrendelitek a MindsEye-t, akkor ugye ott is kaptok, ingyen megkapjátok a Deluxe Edition-t, vagy valami hasonló. Megint egy MindsEye, majd egy James Bond.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
I've invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too patient with this spy, well.
A Hitman World Assassination, az már el is kaphassa meg igazát.
This is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper, unusual name.
Names are for friends, wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Premium content, Team Bunker pack. Itt is vannak azért pakkok. De ugye Nintendo Switch 2 is megjelenik, a Signature Edition. Ami nem is néz ki olyan rosszul, hogy hozzáteszem. De kézi konzolhoz képest elég jó. Több mint 100 a gameplay. És ezt is be lehet már húzni a Nintendo Switch 2-n. Itt már ugye ez a Switch 2-s, igen, ez a Switch 2-s, gondolom én. Vagy Xbox? Lehet egy Xbox. Meg az, hogy ugye már a Royal Casino-sat izélik. Szerintem igen. Még az, hogy még így nyáron ugye most kijött a Switch 2-es verzió, és jön egy iOS-es verzió is, úgyhogy mobilon is lehessen játszani, akik iPhone-t használnak, azok majd meg tudják vásárolni oda is a Hitman World of Assassination-t. És további tartalmakra lehet számítani. Twitch dropok, ugye jelenleg már fut is a Twitch drop a Hitmanre. És még jön december, meg így évvége felé még jönnek tartalmak a Hitmanbe. Jövő héten meg ugye érkezik a MindsEye 10-én. És jövőre pedig a James Bond játék. De még a idén nyáron még kapunk tényleges játékmenetet majd belőle. Valamelyik eseményen, gondolom a Gamescom-on augusztusban majd. Hát kíváncsi leszek, hogy tényleg milyen lesz a MindsEye-nak a első napjai. Mivel ugye egy az, hogy MindsEye kreator vagyok, kreatorpartner, és most ugye IO interaktív kreatorpartner is. Így ugye elméletileg lesz lehetőségem akár előbb is kipróbálni a játékot. Ez majd ugye alakul, és hogy dönt a kiadó, hogy a kreatorok mikor kapják meg megjelenéskor, vagy megjelenés előtt, és mikortól lehet ugye bemutatni ezt a közönségnek. Ez majd ugye attól is kiadótól függ teljes mértékben, de majd úgyis informálok a Discordon benneteket. Egy kicsit hosszú nap ez számomra, de ha már ilyen lehetőséget kaptam, hogy restreamelhetem itt a showcase-t, akkor végignézzük, mert lassan már napolodik.
Okay, this is one of the best parts of the night. Whenever the celebration is not over, it's still continuing, and we get to all hang out at the end and try the games and pretty much just enjoy each other. Jade, what were some of your favorite things that you've seen throughout the day?
Oh boy. So first off, I would say that what was mind-blowing was the footage of the first light with 007. I think that was one of the games where I was like, I see a little bit of it. You saw a little bit more, but the actual game, or the pre-alpha footage, I should say, it was very, very exciting to see. A very, very pretty game. I also like the different designs of the classic characters, like Q, Moneypenny. So I'm very, very excited to see what comes next, because they have a whole roadmap of reveals, which is very interesting to me.
Oh yes, we have a lot more coming out, and I think one of the coolest things is it's an origin story, which is something that I think is so unique to the James Bond story. Yeah, and so is there anything else that really stood out to you throughout the day?
I'm a big fan of Hitman, so of course the updates, Mads Mikkelsen himself being a guest character, that's really, really exciting. I was very interested in the poker mechanics. For me, I'm not a big fan, or I don't know that much about poker, let me say that. So I'm gonna have to get at least a little bit better at it to hopefully do the...
You can play some Balatro and actually get some experience playing Balatro. Maybe that will help a little bit. I don't know.
A little practice. Any excuse to play more Balatro, I'm good.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for showing up today. I hope you had fun, and we're gonna get more people to interview soon.
Még vissza fognak térni. Hát szerintem én itt ezt lelövöm, mert itt már csak ilyen kisebb, ugye mutogassák itt a játékot, a Hitmant, már szerintem semmi olyan tényleges információt nem fogunk kapni, ami plusz info lenne, ugye itt már ugye itt ennél a kis szinkron és egyéb ilyen kis beszélgetésnél már szerintem az már ugye a úgymond show vége. Itt most már csak tényleg ilyen meghívott vendégek, kreátorok, akik ott vannak a helyszínen Los Angelesben, azokkal ugye beszélgetnek, meg ugye egy-két fejlesztőt elkapnak beszélgetni, és ennyit lesz itt még benne. Ugye, hogyha érdekelt titeket, akkor majd az IO Interaktívnál a YouTube-on biztos, hogy vissza tudjátok nézni ezt a részt is, de én itt most lelövöm ezt a streamet. Köszönöm szépen a figyelmet, aki még nem tette, azt kövessen be. Ugye Twitch-en, TikTokon és YouTube-on is elérhetőek vagyunk, most elérhető vagyok, ugye élő tartalmak mindig a Twitch-en és a TikTokon van.
And we're back with another interview. Tell me one of your favorite things about today.
Hitman and all things Hitman. Listen, my mom and I have been playing Hitman since I was able to hold a controller. And Hitman has a special place in both of our hearts, and that's how we bond together. We used to just go through all the missions over and over doing crazy stuff. Like, let's throw this prop. Let's change into this disguise.
Ja. Úgyhogy én el is köszönök, ha még nem tettétek, akkor kövessetek be, és ha van még ilyen lehetőségem, akkor mindenféleképpen ugye majd találkozhattok vele YouTube-on, meg itt élőben is. Úgyhogy köszönöm szépen az IO Interaktívnak, hogy restreamelhettem a showcase-üket, amit ugye ez volt a legelső, eléggé összekapott, és nem volt szerintem olyan rossz, ugye bemutatták a Hitman további tartalmait, bemutatták ugye az új tartalmat, ami most jött ki, ugye a Royal Casino, ahol Matt Mikkelsen-t lehet kiiktatni, aki ugye az egyik James Bond filmben volt, ugye, és ugye bemutatták az összes ilyen felvételt a MindsEye-ról, új gameplayt, stb. Mutattak be, jövő héten érkezik, és ugye a Hitman Switch-es verzióról is volt egy kis info, meg az iOS-es, ugye a Apple termékes verziókról is, és volt itt még szó a Hitman kooperatív módjáról, és a jövőbeli tervekről, hogy még ugye idén még jönnek hozzá tartalmak. A James Bondról annyit, hogy ugye most bemutatták megint a bejelentő trailert, és hogy még idén nyáron lesz belőle tényleges gameplay felvétel is valamelyik eseményen, vagy csak úgy kidobják majd. De szerintem a Gamescom-on fogja bemutatni, és ugye az is jön jövőre. Úgyhogy tényleg én még egyszer köszönöm szépen a figyelmet mindenkinek, mind a Twitch, mind a TikTok nézőknek. Ha még nem tettétek, akkor kövessetek be, nézzetek át a többi platformra is, gyertek fel a Discordunkra, és nyomjátok a lájkot, a dislike-ot, a megosztást, a feliratkozást, a kommenteket a YouTube-on, meg ahol lehet, és gyertek a Twitch-re is, mert ott ugye, hogyha ott feliratkoztok, akkor nyáron hatalmas sorsolások lesznek, mindenféle nagyobb játékokból, meg kisebb játékokból is, és ugye folytatjuk tovább ezt a tevékenységünket, és kreálunk újabb és újabb tartalmakat, kisebb, nagyobb játékokból. Ugye jövő héten érkezik a MindsEye, ez így nálunk a csatornán is lesz, és nem tudom, lehet, hogy még lesz Hitman is, majd kiderül, meg ugye jövőre majd James Bond. Én el is köszönök itt. Ja, és ugye YouTube-on is elérhető most már a csatornatagság, 4 fajta feliratkozási mód, 600 és 2000 forint között mindent megtaláltok árazásban, akinek van ilyen felesleges pénzzel, és szeretne engem támogatni, így tud, meg ugye vannak ezek a szuper köszönés, szuper chat, stb. Ezekkel is ugye már elérhető itt a csatornán. Amit kaptok a tagsággal, ugye az, hogy 5 új emótot kaptok itt a csatornára, kaptok csatorna badge-et, és vannak ilyen egyéb perkek is, ugye a nagyobbik szintekben, de igazából ezek az alap dolgok, amik benne vannak, meg ugye, hogyha véletlen úgy lenne, hogy csatornatagsághoz lenne kötve valami videó, akkor ugye azt is eléritek az összes tagsággal, nincsen kivétel, minden csatornatag eléri majd azokat a videókat, de jelenleg nincs terve ilyen videó, ami csak tagoknak érhető lenne el, majd a későbbiekben erről úgyis, hogyha lenne ilyen, akkor majd úgyis fogok mindenkit értesíteni róla, de jelenleg nincs ilyen tervem, és még mindig azt mondom, hogy egy feliratkozás, egy like, egy megosztás, egy komment többet ér, mint a csatornatagsági díj, úgyhogy én ezzel búcsúzom itt, és köszönöm szépen a figyelmet, legyetek jók, és csekkoljátok a videó leírását is a YouTube-on, meg a TikTokon a csatornámat, meg Twitch-en a névjegyzéket, meg a többi leírás, mert ott benne van minden új információ. Ugye mostantól már IO interaktív partner is, kreatív partner is vagyok, úgyhogy ilyen játékok is jönnek a csatornára, és majd kíváncsi vagyok, hogy milyen kis pluszokat fog adni így a fejlesztő csapat számomra, hogy ugye együttműködök velük, meg a többi ilyen partnerrel is. Úgyhogy legyetek jók, jó pihenés mindenkinek, sziasztok!